excited for The Force Awakens. Only the 58 Star Wars movies we've had come out. Only the 9,4,567 gajillionth Star Wars media released since 1977. You know, I've already made a video a long time ago about why I think Star Wars is a pop cultural empire, is vastly, vastly overrated. And I guess I kind of have to make a video about The Force Awakens. I mean, I don't really want to spend too much time on it. I haven't really put a whole lot of thought into it. Obviously, I haven't seen the movie. I have no intentions of seeing the movie. Pretty much everybody in the Gen Y cohorts are absolutely just ravenous over Star Wars, to the point where it's almost become sort of a secular religion. You know, it's become that great pop cultural unifier. You know, the people that are into Star Wars, they're not just into Star Wars. It really is like their Tao. You know, it's their philosophy. You know, they decorate their cars. They go out and they spend hundreds, thousands of dollars on their dumb Star Wars juvenile collection. And to me, that's just kind of sad, you know, that, you know, this entire Star Wars capitalistic empire, this whole consumerist machinery has just ensnared you and puts you in a position where you're doing like compulsive collecting like a 6 or 7 year old. You know, it's one of those movies where it definitely puts you in a position to where it's not really meant to stoke your adult sensibilities. This movie's supposed to regress to childhood, and it's really nothing more than juvenilia. You know, it's really bad Buck Rogers melodrama. You know, we've already kind of been through its influences, how it's a rip-off of The Hidden Fortress, and it actually was supposed to be like a Flash Gordon movie or a Buck Rogers, if you can get the rights to it. So it's not even an original concept. You know, even Sir Alec Guinness himself absolutely hates it and calls it a bunch of crap theater. You know, I'm pretty sure I've heard Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher say some negative things about it over the years. So really the entire cult of Star Wars, really the culture, because per the Hollywood Reporter, Disney stands to make about $5 billion of Star Wars branded merchandise this year alone. So I mean, it really is beyond just being a fandom. It is a culture unto itself. I mean, $5 billion a year, God, that's like what? Like $2 billion less than the NFL makes in a given year. So obviously it has huge, huge economic clout as a social construct. But like I said in the past, and kind of recap what I said earlier, it's dumb. It's really dumb. It's complete just consumerist claptrap. It's infantile entertainment. And the fact that people vaunt it and celebrate it so much, I think, is just completely just asinine to me. There are so many great works that aren't commodified, that don't have 40,000 gajillion merchandise wares behind them. And I mean, that's what I think is probably most disdainful about Star Wars. That's not the fact that it's just dumb, you know, entertainment. If it's just dumb entertainment, you know, that's one thing. The fact that it's inspired this incredible just merchandise just regime, and how it kind of ensnares people and puts them in this predicament where they have to keep buying and buying, and it becomes part of their identity, and they take all these cues from it. Just utterly, just absolutely mind-boggling to me. Just completely absurd. And Star Wars, this is the latest movie. J.J. Abrams, he's never really made anything I cared about. He's the guy who did Lost. He did Lost and a couple of Star Trek movies. And lens flare. That's what he's known for. Lens flare everywhere. I saw the trailer. I'm not impressed. You know, I'm not buying into it. You know, I'm sorry, but that kind of stuff doesn't stoke me. I don't have the nostalgia. And that's what this is. This movie, without question, is baseless nostalgia. They're trying to regurgitate it, get another cash grab out. I'm calling it first. It's going to be bad. It's going to be as bad as the prequels. Like I said, everybody's got the hype train going, hype everywhere. I'm telling you, it's going to be lackluster. You're going to be disappointed. And you're going to be disappointed because it's a film that's trying to recapture past glory. It's a film designed to sell toys. It's a film where the inherent quality doesn't really have to match up with expectations, because it's going to sell, you know, 1 billion tickets anyway. And we saw that from the Fandango, the whole Pavlovian thing. Was it go out, everybody order your tickets online at once? And they did, which is pretty frightening to think that consumer marketers, that these merchandisers, these merchants, the PR people can actually do that. To get that call to action and response like that is pretty terrifying to me But like I said, it's built for nostalgia. It's built to sell cereal and video games and t-shirts. And like I said, there's no impetus for Disney because the brand name sells itself. Who cares if the movie's bad? It's got Star Wars in front of it. People are going to buy tickets. It's going to make $1 billion, probably the highest grossing film of the year. Outstaging Jurassic Park, which, what do you know, is yet another nostalgia merchandise. Quality doesn't matter. Claptrap. See the portmanteau there, craptrap, comedy, claptrap, which means incessant noise, complete, disharmony, complete meaninglessness, with crap meaning fecal matter. Well, like I said, you can't convert the masses. There are people out there who love Star Wars. They'll convince themselves it's great. They're all borderline delusional as it is. And, I just go on and live my own life. I've got other things to worry about, like a job, like a, building a future, like a retirement plan, like, actually starting a business, all these things. So that kind of puts me outside that domain. I can care less about Yoda and Adam Driver and what Mark Hamill's old flabby self is doing nowadays. And, do what you will. You got J.J. Abrams on Good Morning America saying that he's making the movie. He made the female protagonist just to cater to the girl market. You had that thing earlier about the one African-American guy, who's actually not African-American, he's actually African-English, which is kind of weird because is it just me, or does Hollywood only seem to really like black people when they're like English black? Okay, that's not the hero, that's totally different. But, you know what, it's the new Star Wars, it's multicultural, it's high gloss, it costs a whole bunch of money, it's completely trying to recapture the former glory without trying any new ideas, and it's going to succeed basically on consumer drivel and brand name alone, which I guess pretty much sums up the Gen Y mentality altogether. And, I don't know, that's pretty much all I have to say. Don't care. It's going to sell a lot of tickets, but it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad, and eventually people are going to come around and stop believing themselves, and they'll hate it as much as the prequels. But it's going to sell a lot of tickets, so who cares? And also, I hate to be the really grim guy who brings this up, but it's the turd in the punch bowl nobody's talking about, with San Bernardino and the Planned Parenthood guy. What do you think is the over-under for some guy going out there and going James Holmes when the movie comes out? Because I think it's going to be pretty high. I mean, I hate to say that, I don't want it to be true, but just considering, our cultural climate, I think it's a pretty safe bet that some dude's going to try something. So that's a prop bet for you. What do you think is the likelihood? Does that deter you from going to go see the movie? Just, it's tragic. I hate to have to even ponder that, but, that's the world we live in. We live in a world full of aggrieved nerds trying to make themselves famous by going out and basically ending lives because they get afforded media coverage. But it happens. So on that note, very optimistic and upbeat, The Force Awakens is going to suck. I said it here. I gave you reasons. You'll see it once, think it's great, go back and watch it again, realize you've been had, and you'll have to begrudgingly admit I'm right about